Nestled within the heart of Alaska's untamed interior, Denali National Park can preserve unfolds across an immense territory, spanning an impressive 6 million acres. Although not the largest national park in the United States, it still proudly holds the third position in terms of size. To put its vastness into perspective, Denali National Park dwarfs the entire state of New Hampshire and is nearly comparable in size to the European nation of Slovenia. Mount Denali, soaring to an awe-inspiring height of 20,310 feet, proudly claiming its title as the highest peak in North America. We were lucky to witness its greatness, spent 3 nights at the Savage River Campground, hiked trails, and had so much fun and story to share. We planned our Alaskan summer road trip back in December to secure our campsite through the National Park's website. I'm leaving the campground reservation info and the website under this video for your reference. Checking in at Riley Creek Mercantile went up without a hitch. The Savage River Campground only opens for the summer between mid-May to mid-September. On our way to the campground, we saw some volunteers walking the sled dogs from the kennel. They were all so behaved and cute. And finally, we lost our cell phone service. After securing our campsite by placing our reservation paper on the post, we decided to make the most of the extended daylight by tackling the easy 2-mile Savage River Loop trail. We embarked on the loop around 8 p.m., and it provided a leisurely stroll. The trail meandered along the river, eventually leading away from the majestic Denali mountain ranges view and into a lush green valley. Along the way, we encountered numerous stunning wildflowers, which begged to be captured in photographs. Did you know that many alpine flowers by the hiking trails here spend 5 to 10 years preparing for their exquisite bloom? Due to the consistently low mountain temperatures, plants grow at a very slow pace, requiring ample time to prepare for their spectacular blossoms. We felt incredibly fortunate and grateful to witness their beauty. The information boards at the trailheads educated us about the local species and vegetation, adding depth to our experience. We also had the pleasure to spot a ptarmigan couple with their chicks, seagulls venturing inland to breed during the season, and various other captivating birds. While we hadn't caught a glimpse of Mount Denali just yet, this hike left us with full hearts, eagerly anticipating more adventures during our stay in the park. The following morning, we embarked on a leisurely hike along the Vista trail, conveniently located near our campground. We discovered more information boards detailing how people had camped in the park in the past. To our surprise, it seemed they were after a pretty luxurious experience even with very limited park access. They used to have an on-site dining hall, a ballroom, and well-appointed tents. As I was reading about these historical fun facts, my partner suddenly yelled, "Isn't that it? The Denali!" We finally noticed a massive snow-capped peak in the distance. We had initially mistaken it for a colossal white cloud throughout our hike, and our excitement knew no bounds. We were officially in the 30% club. This unexpected surprise left us gazing at Denali for a while, trying to absorb every detail before returning to our campsite for breakfast. Following that exciting morning, we hopped on the park shuttle back to the Savage River trailhead, ready for a different and more challenging alpine trail hike. The first 30 minutes involved a steady uphill climb that eventually led us to the mountain ridge. The view is unreal, and we had such a bliss being able to be here at the moment. The range is so wide and majestic. The intense brilliance of the sun, the ever-shifting wind, and the dynamic dance of the clouds conspired to craft a spiritual encounter. For an additional hour, we traversed this captivating landscape, eventually descending back into the spruce tree forest. There, we once more beheld the beauty of the Savage River before returning to our campground. After dinner, we opted to attend a ranger-led program presented by the National Park Service, aimed at enhancing visitors' appreciation of the park. Today's program was hosted at our campground within a charming woodland amphitheater perfectly suited for the subject of wildlife. The park rangers started with a discussion on park safety, emphasizing the importance of maintaining appropriate distances when encountering the park's wildlife. Then, she started to pass around seeds, moose's poops, yes, you heard it correctly, poops, and bone specimens, and also played sounds of animals to further introduce us to smaller yet crucial wildlife, fungi, and vegetation in the park. She reminded us that though encounters with bigger animals such as wolves, bears, or mooses can be exciting, there exist other precious living creatures that help complete the whole ecosystem and allow the forest to thrive. These including various species of squirrels, marmots, ravens, seagulls, spruce trees, and lichens. The ranger encouraged all of us to slow down when visiting the park at any time we wished, sit in silence to listen to the nature world's offering. This meaningful and educational presentation left us thinking about our busy work-centric lives and the disconnection we often feel from nature. It served as a reminder that upon returning from our Alaskan journey, we should make a conscious effort to spend more time outdoors, immerse ourselves in silence, and cultivate a deeper connection with our environment. The following morning, we visited the Horseshoe Lake to see the dam built by beavers. Horseshoe Lake captivated us with its breathtaking beauty, featuring a beautiful greenish teal color. As we strolled along, a gentle drizzle fell, adding a touch of tranquility and poetry to the already stunning scenery. We also encountered some snowshoe hares, and they are the biggest bunnies we've ever seen. We learned that their fur undergoes a complete transformation, becoming pure white in the winter to enhance their camouflage. How incredible is that? After the hike, we went for a tour at the visitor center before catching the shuttle to the Sled Dog Kennel. Inside, the center beautifully illustrated the park's history, revealing how people once harmoniously coexisted with the land, utilizing resources efficiently to minimize waste. There were engaging exhibits explaining the intricacies of ecosystems and the hierarchy of the food chain. We hung out at the visitor center for about 35 minutes, and then we followed the cute doggy footprints to the shuttle bus stop that would take us to the Sled Dog Kennel. When we got there, we were met with a bunch of super pumped sled dogs. These pups were bursting with energy and couldn't wait to show us how they handle business. I was able to pet a couple of them, and they were so cute and precious. After greeting the dogs, we all gathered on the deck where the park rangers gave us the lowdown on how dog sledding actually works. It was mind-blowing to learn that these dogs work their tails off all winter, and they even helped build a bridge in the park by hauling materials back and forth in just a few months. One thing to remember, you can't feed most of the dogs, but there's one lucky pup you can give a treat to, the donation dog at the kennel's entrance. By helping support the dog sled program, you're making sure the park can keep this awesome tradition alive and kicking. After the Sled Dog demo, we decided to treat ourselves to a shower at the well-equipped Riley Creek Mercantile. It's a bit on the pricey side, $4 for a 12-minute hot shower. But we felt like new people afterward. Let me give you a mini tour of the shower setup. It's not huge, but there's a bench where you can stash your towel and soap with a curtain to keep your stuff dry. Just pop in a token and you've got a stream of hot water ready to go. All in all, it's a good shower, and we're super grateful to have this option at the campground. After the shower, we drove back to our campsite and made our last dinner at the park with the company of 2 squirrels playing very close to us. Tomorrow, we are heading back to Anchorage and from there, going further south to Seward for Kenai Fjords National Park. We have 3 videos for Seward, including a wonderful hike to the Lost Lake, recommended must-do in Seward, and our experience with an awesome day cruise tour which allows us to see orcas and whales. Make sure you check them out after this video. We had a fantastic time at Denali National Park and wholeheartedly recommend it to anyone planning a trip to Alaska. To truly make the most of your visit, be sure to allocate a few days to this remarkable place. This increases your chances of catching a glimpse of Mount Denali, exploring as many trails as your legs can handle, and of course, meeting the incredible sled dogs. Don't be deterred by the ongoing Pretty Rocks landslide. It does not diminish the overall experience of Denali. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at our next adventure.